Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing a little get to know me video because I'm starting my YouTube channel and I want you guys to know me a little bit before I start posting. So here we go. This is going to be a little bit weird. It's going to feel like an icebreaker or an interview, but you gotta do what you gotta do. If you hear anything in the background, that's my puppy ripping open a package. I don't know. That's the only thing that's gonna keep him entertained so I can make this video. Also, my room is a little bit of a mess. It's okay. I'm just gonna get started. Okay, so my name is Ivana Nefedov. I am 20 years old. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. This is literally like an icebreaker. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I'm currently living in Brooklyn, New York. I moved away to Florida for 4 years of my life, but then I moved back to New York and now I'm here. New York or Florida? I hate the people in Florida and I hate the state of Florida. I hate the cold in New York. Like, I hate cold, period. I was just walking with my friend yesterday in 107-degree heat, and it was a heat wave in New York, and I said I would prefer 107-degree heat any day over freezing cold. I hate the cold. Oh, he's not entertained anymore. This is my puppy Bambi. I've had him for a month. He's 3 months old, and he's teething like crazy. I say that he's a Cocker Spaniel because that's what most people know, but he's actually a Russian Spaniel, and that's a mix between an English Cocker Spaniel and an English Springer Spaniel. So yeah, I guess that's another fact about me. I'm a dog mom now, which is way harder than anyone would ever think. I'm really obsessed with him though, so like he can do whatever he wants to me and he can get away with it. Well, like, can I make my video right now, please? Dude. Oh! When I started this, he was sleeping, but then I had to refilm it so many times because I was literally freaking out and really nervous. What was I telling you about myself? Yeah, I hate the cold so much, but I am very privileged to live in the city that everyone wants to live in. I am in New York. I'm like 30 minutes on the train from Manhattan. I live in South Brooklyn, like Coney Island area. Where I live is like a lot of Eastern Europeans, and on that note, my mom is from Ukraine, my dad is from Russia. I'm fluent in Russian and I can understand some Ukrainian. I am currently in college. I'm studying psychology and minoring in philosophy. I have no clue what I'm gonna do with it, but we're just like rolling with it. Recently I went to a psychic and he told me that you are psychology before you did psychology. That's how he said it. He said, you were psychology before you did psychology. So, I don't know. And that's what I was told ever since I was younger. People were telling me that I should be a psychologist, so we'll see what happens. But for now, I'm really loving it, so that's what's happening. I just finished my second year of college. If you know me from TikTok, I've been doing TikTok for like 6 years. Not doing it like as a job. I started in 2019 and the second video that I ever posted went viral, and ever since then I was just like posting for fun, and like I just thought it was cool as a kid to like get followers and likes and stuff. But only recently I started taking it pretty seriously, and I also wanted to get into modeling. So I got signed to a social media agency and I have a mother agent, both of which help me with social media and modeling. I am 5'1" or 2. Someone asked how tall I was, so that's the answer to that. I'm 5'1" or 5'2". I've always wanted to model, of course, but I never thought it would be possible. And then 2 summers ago, I randomly on a whim reached out to my mother agent. I actually applied to like a million different modeling agencies just for fun. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I wouldn't have done it now probably, but I reached out to like a bunch of modeling agencies. None of them answered me, and then I reached out to a mother agent that I heard about from TikTok. And he literally answered to me 4 minutes after I sent the email. He's like, when are you free? Come see me. I went to go to his office to meet him, and he was like, oh, I was hoping that like you made a mistake on your height and that you were taller. Because back then I was 5'0". He was like, I thought you left out a number after 5. But he still signed me, and that really gave me confidence, and ever since then I've been trying to model more and more. Obviously not clothing, but like skincare, makeup, hair care, jewelry, stuff like that. So that's what I'm currently doing. I'm trying to grow a little bit in modeling and social media, which sounds so stupid, but I love posting and I just think it's so much fun. And while I can do it and it's working for me and I like my job and I love what I'm doing, I'm gonna keep doing it. And I don't care what anyone thinks. I asked for people to ask me questions on my Instagram, and someone asked how I get all the PR packages that I get. And that is from my social media agency. And brands also reach out to me, but mostly I get a lot of PR because my social media agency kind of sends along PR to me. I'm taking something out of his mouth right now. Okay, cool. Bambi's right here, by the way. I wrote down some things to tell you about myself. A common question that I do get asked is what my parents do for a living and how I can afford the lifestyle that I have. And I think they're referring to like all the nice things that I have, like clothes and shoes and bags and stuff like that. And my answer for you is that I am extremely privileged because I get to live with my parents. I currently live with my parents, and because of that I don't have to pay bills and I don't have to pay rent, and that allows for me to spend all the money that I have on whatever I want, like shoes and clothes and stuff like that. So if I was not living with my parents and I'd have to be paying all those bills and utilities and rent, I would not be able to afford all the clothes and all the nice things. So for that, I'm very, very privileged and very lucky. And if you care, my parents are in the trucking business. Before this, my parents were in the farmer's market business, and when I was younger I would always work at the farmer's markets, and we'd have to wake up at like 3:30 a.m. and drive there and set it up and sit at the market until like 5 p.m. or something like that. It was actually really, really fun, but that was a hard job as a kid. Even though I was working for my parents, it was definitely a lot, but I enjoyed it. It was cool. I also worked at Aritzia before. That's a fun fact about me. Some hobbies that I have and things that I like to do, I love to read. Ever since I got Bambi, I'm not able to read as much as I usually do, but I do read a lot of books. I also love to knit and crochet. My grandma taught me how to knit and crochet, and I love to do that. This winter, I made myself a lot of balaclavas and sweaters. I don't know what else to tell you guys about myself. I really wish I had some juicy and interesting stuff to tell you guys about myself, but I can make a second one of these videos. This is just like a little introduction so you know who I am before I start posting vlogs and stuff like that. I would really love it if you could ask me some more questions if you're interested, and I will answer more of your guys' questions in a more in-depth video about myself. Also, the content that I'm going to be posting on here is probably going to be vlogs and maybe like get ready with me's and stuff like that, and I'm just going to be taking you guys along in my life because I really want to be posting more long-form content. I like making videos that are longer and that I could just sit and yap for a long time. So that's what's going to be happening. I'm sure after I watch this back, I'm going to wish I answered more questions. But please, if you're interested in more, let me know and I'll share. Love you. I'll see you soon.